This is going to be the last update of the year. It is going to be a little bit of a smaller update, but it does have some convenient new features I know a lot of you guys have been asking for. Now, before we get started, I do want to take this time to thank everyone who has been part of this community. Your support, whether it's sending user requests, helping other members with templates, or just your general involvement with the group, it really does mean the world to me, and I really do appreciate all of you. Now, we do have a lot of updates coming very soon. I am working on some crazy things for 2026, so make sure you guys watch out for all of those. 2026 is going to be a very good year. But with that said, links for everything you see here and a link to our Discord community can all be found down below. But let's get started. For the first update, before we kind of start digging into the main ones, I do want to cover these warning signs that you may start seeing in these new versions. And I will likely start adding more and more of these warning signs as new versions come out. And the reason for these warning signs is I just want to make sure everyone can load the Predator properly and also run it properly. So these warning signs will only show up if the user is doing something that may cause some sort of an issue. So we'll take this high order fill resolution for an example. I do have these warnings right in our user guide in our onboarding section, but again, not everyone that's starting out is going to go through every single article. I know there's a lot of content and it will take a little while, but my aim with these is just to make sure, especially those starting out, can continue to use it without any issues. So what do we do if we see some sort of a warning sign? Well, before you send a support request, just read what the sign says. High order fill resolution detected during real-time state. Use high fill for historical backtest only. So if you're using the show historical trades option, and recommend to switch to standard when entering orders. So we just disable the strategy, and for the most part, you're not going to see these warning signs ever unless you start changing certain settings. So by default, if we go to our historical fill processing, this will be set to standard by default. So only if you change it to high will you ever see this message. A high fill resolution while running in real time can cause order entry issues. That is why I always recommend, if you're running real time, and that means either market replay or you're running on an actual live account, always change this to standard. This will be default, so unless you change it manually by yourself, you won't ever have to worry about this. But as long as we have the correct settings and we run the strategy, you're not going to run into that warning message. So that's all it really is. I am going to add more of these warning messages if there are issues that I constantly run into every single day. But for now, that is kind of one of the main ones that has been causing some issues during real-time trading. All right, another super quick update, and this one has to do with our MA Cross builder. For those of you who use the MA Cross inside the Predator, you may know that it relies on the confirmation candles to determine where it enters a trade. So for example, if we were to do a value of 0, that means our MA cross is going to enter the moment it crosses in real time. So while the bar is still forming, if that fast crosses the slow, it's going to submit your order. But if you want to wait until the bar actually closes, we would have to do a confirmation candle of 1. So while this gives us even more customization to enter exactly where we want, I can understand that it may be a little bit confusing, especially to some of the newer members. So all I did with this update is I added an enter on bar close option, and this is not going to really change any functionalities. It's just going to handle that confirmation candle for you. So if you were to uncheck it, it's going to automatically set that confirmation candle to 0. And if you check it, it's going to set it back to 1. So that way you don't actually lose any functionality. You can configure it any way that you want, but it's just going to make it a little bit easier to understand whether you want to enter in real time or enter when the bar closes. For the next update is something that seems to come up almost every single day, and that is the ability to automatically move our break even or start a trail stop the moment it hits our first profit target. So let's go to our order management. So traditionally, we can already achieve this. We can already move our stop to break even when it hits our first profit target. The way we did this is by setting our break even to automatically trigger at the same distance as our first profit target. So for example here, I have it set to break even tick of 25 and our first profit target, let me set a second one here. Our first profit target is set to 25 ticks. So with these settings, it's already going to automatically move our stop up to break even when it hits that same 25 tick into profit. But with this new version, we took this one step further. Now, what we can do is select the first target as our break even trigger. So let's go to our chart and see what that looks like. So now I'm just going to enter a trade. And now when the price hits that first profit target, let me speed this up a little bit. It's automatically going to move our stop up to that break even point. But that's not all. Let's enter another trade here. It doesn't matter. You could also move your first profit target around. So that way, if you need to adjust to a different level. So here we just moved it a little bit. Let me speed this up again. It's not going to move that stop until that first profit target is hit, regardless of where you move it. It just needs to hit that first profit target. But another thing you can do with this first target selected is once your price is into profit, let's just see we come back up here. Once you're into profit, you can simply just move your limit order underneath and it's going to trigger that trade and automatically move your stop up to break even. Now, that's not all. If we go to our order management section, you're now going to find this little target button. And what this is going to do is it's going to let you automatically adjust your break even or your trail stop triggers directly from the panel without having to go into the properties. So I know this came up quite a few times in the last few weeks. So now if you want to adjust based on risk to reward, ATR, whatever it may be, or even set it back to manual, you don't want to automatically move your stop up anymore, you can do that directly from the panel now. And yes, guys, it's the same options for your break even trigger or your trail stop trigger. You have the ability to move your stop up to break even or start a trail stop based on that first target. And yes, if you have them both selected, it's just going to move your stop up to whatever secures the most profit at that time. And then your trail stop is just going to take over. So yes, you can do both of them at first target to set both of them at the same time. Now, this first target break-even trigger point can also be really good if you're using some sort of a custom plot as your profit targets. So again, it doesn't matter where they get set or the distance, it's going to automatically set that trigger point to that first target. So here we have it set based on the ORB range. And as soon as the price touches that target, it moves our stop up to that break-even point. And it's going to work the same whether you're in a long trade or a short trade. Here, we're in a short trade, and as soon as that price touches that first target, it simply moves the stop up to the break-even point. For our final option is a new trail stop style. So let's go down to our order management and show an example. So under your trail stop types, you're now going to find this new RR or risk to reward trail stop style. And how this works, and this is mainly for those trading risk to reward style trades, is it's just going to take the distance between your initial entry and your initial stop, and that's going to be called a risk to reward unit. So this trail stop style just aims to trail based on that initial risk to reward unit. So as the price moves up to a new risk to reward unit, it's just going to move your stop up based on that value. And don't worry, I am going to show a few examples, so hopefully it makes a lot more sense in just a minute. But all you need to know, just like with any other trail stop, is just when you want your initial profit trigger. This is when your trail stop is going to initially start trailing. With something like the risk to reward trail stop style, I do recommend matching the frequency with your initial profit target. You don't have to do this, but it does help maintain that consistency later on. And again, I'm going to show you with an actual example. So just as a quick recap of what I'm saying here, once our initial profit target hits one risk to reward unit into profit, it's going to start trailing our stop by one risk to reward unit. And then anytime the price goes up another risk to reward unit, it's going to constantly trail that stop by another unit. Again, if you're not familiar with the risk to reward, I'm going to show an actual example, should hopefully clear things up. But for now, I'm keeping everything default with a value of 1. So let's enable this. So I'm just going to enter a trade here. All right, so let's get our initial risk to reward unit. And this is just going to help us visualize what is actually happening. So I'm going to set my fib retracement tool to our initial stop and our initial entry. So here, if we take a look, our initial profit target, this is a risk to reward of 1, is just the same distance between our entry and our stop and added above our entry for that first profit target. Now, with our initial trigger distance of 1 risk to reward unit, our trail stop should start the moment we hit this first profit target. So let's just play this. And I'm going to speed it up just a little bit. So once we hit right up here, so once we hit that initial 1 risk to reward unit, then our trail stop, the risk to reward trail stop with a value of 1 is trailing 1 risk unit behind. So it's 1 risk unit from our trigger point. So now after that initial trail stop trigger, now we just refer to this. So now anytime the price goes 1 risk to reward unit into profit, so at this point with the value of 1, it has to travel another risk to reward unit. So it has to come up to this negative 200. And then it's going to trail by 1 risk to reward unit from that trigger point. So then it should move our stop up to the negative 100. So again, I'm just going to play it. So once we reach up here, it should move our stop up to this level. And hopefully we do it before we get stopped out. So the moment we touch this level, our trail stop moved to the 1 risk to reward unit. So now if we touch this level up here, it should move up another risk to reward unit. There we go, we touched it and it moved up. So then if we touch up here, it should move 1 more. Or we get stopped out. But that's all it is. It's just a trail stop based on risk to reward. Let me run through a few more examples just so we can make sure we understand all of the settings. I'm going to change the trail stop value to a value of 0.5. I'm still going to keep the frequency to 1. And then I'm going to flip them on the next example just so we can see how it interacts with this trail stop style. So let's take another trade here. And same thing, I have it set to trigger at the 1 hour distance. So the value is just going to affect once we actually trigger that trail stop. So let me get this distance here. And I may not be 100% exact there, but should be close enough. So once we trigger that trail stop, it's just going to move your stop up to the 0.5 risk to reward. So that is 0.5 from the trigger point. So that is directly in the middle between these. Again, the distance between your entry and your stop create 1 full risk to reward unit. A value of 0.5 is just half of that unit. And it's just based on the trigger point. So we'll see if we hit another one. Because our trigger is still set to 1, so it still needs to hit that negative 200 up here before it moves up again. Here, no such luck. and we get stopped out. That's okay. I think we kind of get the point. It's just going to be 0.5 risk to reward unit. But now let's run through one more example just to show a little bit of a difference in the frequency. So now I'm going to change the value back to 1. And this time I'm only going to change the frequency. And this is just how often it updates our stop. So let's go back to our chart. All right, so here, just going to enter another trade again. And remember guys, I still have that initial trigger set to 1R. So we still have to wait until that initial trigger hits. So here, the initial trigger finally hit. Now we're trailing by 1 risk to reward unit. But now after that initial trigger, now it's every 0.5 risk to reward units into profit, our stop is going to move up. So now when we hit, I think around here, it's just going to trail 1 risk to reward unit from that point. And we got stopped out. We'll see if we do another quick example here. So again, it's just the distance between that initial stop and initial entry. So here we can see every time it moves up 0.5 risk to reward units into profit, it's going to keep trailing by 1 risk to reward unit from that trigger price. But I think we all kind of get the point. It's just setting that initial risk to reward unit based on the entry and the stop, and just how far you want your stop to trail and how often you want it to trail. But I think that just about covers everything in this new update. I hope you guys found this video useful. I do want to wish you and all your families a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. There's a lot more content to come. I'll see you guys in 2026. Take care. Enjoy.